Hello Western Oregon sports fans, and welcome back to this preview edition of Wovles Weekly. Joining me in studio once again this week, we have head men's basketball coach Brady Bergeson. Brady, here today to talk to you a little bit about that road trip to the last frontier as you guys go up to Alaska.
Yep. Your
Your first trip with the Wolves, being your first year head coach. It's always an interesting trip that nobody else in the country really gets to take, where you travel outside the continental U.S. Let's be honest, you guys did it twice this year already. You guys went over to Hawaii, you guys going to Alaska. That's not one that many people take. It's an interesting road trip, but then again, there's two very good opponents you guys have to face on it, and I know it's not about the travel, it's about those opponents that you face. So we had an opportunity to see them down here, and they offer a little bit different styles, but I'd like to talk to you first of all about Alaska Fairbanks and then the Nooks and just the team that they have going on up there.
Yeah, well, here's my take on Fairbanks. I think, number one, I look at their roster and I think they have very good players. I think that they have struggled. You look at their record, and obviously they've struggled to win games. And I think they've just they haven't figured out how to close. They've been in a lot of close games. They've been in a lot of games. And what sticks out in my mind is that, as a head coach, is very vividly is being up 19 in the second half at home against them, and just having them whittle it down right down to 1 point in the second half at one point in time before we ended up pulling away. And they're a team that's got a lot of firepower. They've got a dominant big man, a 6'11" kid underneath who can really score in a variety of ways. He's very tough. They've got a shooter who I think he might have made 7 threes against us last time, named Titsa, and he can do more than just shoot the ball from outside. He can score in a variety of ways. You got a couple of really close, quick guards that are hard to stay in front of. They have a good roster, not to mention their kid McDonald, their 4-man, is really playing well. He's really starting to come to his own here late in the season. So I look at their roster. They've got a lot of ability, a lot of different guys that put points on the board at different times. I think they're a dangerous team.
Fantastic, and we know then you guys will travel back to Alaska, Anchorage, which we know they're a dangerous team. Right now they're sitting second in the conference, and from my own personal opinion, we know that they have one of the best big guys in the league, but their guards were some of the best ones we've actually seen. We had an opportunity to see them here, and they had some really good shooters and some really good passers out of those guard positions up there.
Yeah, they did. They have a dominant big kid, Taylor Rohde, who a lot of their attack, they play through him a lot. We were able to get them in foul trouble at our place, and their guards just took control of that game over time. And so they, like everybody, they can really hurt you in a variety of ways. They killed us from the outside on penetration last game. They're one of the best teams in the country for a reason. So obviously we'll have to go in there, and our guys will have to be ready to be at our best and try to execute. And it'll be they're fighting for playoff position just as everybody else is. So everybody's got a lot to play for right now.
Well, fantastic, and as Brady mentioned right there, everybody has a lot to still fight for. 4 games left in the season. This will be the Alaska trip right here, and Brady won't be looking ahead to it at all. But then the Wolves will actually close out the regular season at home as they'll face Northwest Nazarene and Central Washington here. So really 4 more games left on the season, but there's still so much opportunity for movement both up and down as the Wolves chase these GNAC standings. And it's just a big step, this first step going up to Alaska and having to take care of business up there, and make sure you guys get it taken care of on the road, first of all.
Thanks, Danny.
So Brady, thank you very much. Thanks for coming back to studio, and thank you all for watching this edition of Wovles Weekly.